I think the biggest thing for me in my life that I want to announce because it's changed a lot of things for me and with how my family rolls. July 4th, one of our ambassadors, she knocked out her first 5K.
First 5K. That's
Fucking
huge.
5K. Like,
That is huge.
hell yeah.
It's time we unite, yeah. Put our differences aside, yeah. And fight for our lives, yeah. I said they hit us in the morning way before the sunrise.
And we're back. The Baldy Boys are back for another episode. This is the Nesian podcast for Pacific Islanders, where we tell our stories and our lessons of our journey to help you on yours. Well, we just fucked it up because
This is take two.
Yeah, this is actually take two because
we almost went a full episode with no audio.
And we've done something like that before.
Similar,
Was it like a half episode or something?
Yeah,
where Mark didn't notice that the damn thing wasn't recording audio.
You picked it up by the look on my face.
Yep, and I saw him trying to tap the record button, and we got him. But this time we are recording, and
we're good.
We only went about like 2 minutes. I don't even think it was 2 minutes before we caught that. So we're good now. But today's episode, we just want to catch up. It's been a while, and a lot of things have happened since our last episode with Brian.
Yep.
And there's a lot of stuff going on for the rest of the year, especially in the next couple weeks. Got events going on, and
we had a past event just recently.
Yeah, we just had an event.
We should talk about that.
Yeah, when we have Labor Day's coming up in about a month, and so Team Nesian will be out there playing in Vegas this year, and I think the biggest thing for me in my life that I want to announce because it's changed a lot of things for me, and and with how my family rolls, and we were holding off on it for a while. Didn't want to say anything, but it's go time, and baby boy number 3 is on the way. So baby boy Allen number 3 is on the way. It's just a house full of boys.
Yeah,
it's going to be a house full of boys. And I'm super.
It's going to be a jungle gym in there.
Yeah. We weren't planning on it and all that. I don't know if my wife's going to even be like, you just telling all our business. But so whatever. I'm excited for my baby boy on the way, and my family growing. And it's crazy. It's just crazy to go.
We talked about that too because my kids, they're out of the diaper phase, the car seat phase. Pretty much they're Nyla's she's on the way out, but for you guys, it's like you were out of it for a second, or you were closely out of it, then you had a chance, and now you're going back into ground zero again. So it's like it's a crazy thought. Yeah,
man, and it's like the gaps for our kids are pretty big because it's always like, oh, we had Andre, and then we're like, I think we're good with one, and then had Chance and another blessing, even though we were like, oh, we're done, but now we get blessed again. So it's not like we were planning it, but at the same time, we're grateful for it. God's gifting us this again, and I'm excited to have baby boy number 3 on the way. So
a middle schooler and two little ones, right?
Yeah. So this is why you have to like constantly grow, because dude, life changes. It always changes, and you have to just keep going, and you have to figure it out. So luckily, when you get to that point, right, you have a middle schooler, then you have a toddler, and then it's like now you have a baby again. Okay, you've had experience with 2 now, so let's be better with this one. Let's hope as a father at least, take those lessons, bring it on, and help this child. Just minimize the fucking up the child a little bit.
Generational trauma. Minimize that.
So baby boy number 3 is on the way, due in December. So
December, baby.
We'll be finishing off the year strong for the Allen family, and going into 2024. Just it's changed a lot of things for me. Just the way I see for the things that I'm gonna be doing. Next year, stuff I'm gonna focus on, and these last 3 years have been a lot of me just training and getting into all these races and stuff like that. And I mean, I'll get into it, but it's just stuff's just gonna change, and it's gonna be a little bit different for me now. And it's not that I want to take away stuff. It's just that I want to be better for those people that I love and I want to take care of. So, So I want to get to we just had the Guam Liberation event.
Yes.
It
Here in
was,
Kent.
yeah, it was right here in Kent, right down the street. It was super lucky for us because we had to use 2 trucks, filled both trucks up with gear and, you know, just a tent and stuff like that.
So real close by, luckily.
Yeah, it's like half a mile away from us. So that was dope. There's a lot more people than I thought was going to be there.
Yeah. I didn't get to stay, unfortunately, but I got a glimpse in the beginning, and it looked like it was going to be fun. So I was kind of missing out, but
it was fucking hot. I know that
that's
one.
a good point.
It was hot as hell. But met a lot of people. You know,
It's a good turnout.
Yeah, man, it was big things. We did a lot better than I thought we were gonna do. First off, and then, you know, just thank you to everybody if you're listening and you were at that event and you stopped by and you know, whether you got some gear or just said what's up to me, I appreciate it all. You know, if you said you know, just getting the comments and the, you know, the feedback about the brand and, you know, what we're doing here, like that's big time to me. It doesn't have to be about you buying gear, like that doesn't have to be anything. But if when I get feedback of people saying that they followed us, and, you know, that was big to me. It was kind of in the beginning of the event. Someone came up and said they've been following us since we started, and it's crazy to come up, you know. Not that it's like that, but it's just this growing, you know, and not just as a brand, but even us as people. Like one thing someone mentioned to me was they just remember when I was chubbier, like, you know, just a couple years ago. And, you know, he mentioned how, you know, I look different and stuff like that. And, you know, I can appreciate people like noticing that stuff, you know, because what can you say? But I bust my ass doing all of this, and it's not for the looks and for me to look good. It's for me to be healthier. It's for me to motivate and inspire people about the work and stuff like that, you know. But it was really cool to see and hear, you know, get the feedback from all these different people, and then meet all these new people too, you know, even people that didn't really know about us. I got that a lot too. And you would think, right, that it's like, oh, you didn't know about us, or you know, you can be kind of deflated by that sometimes. Oh, you would think that, you know, most of, you know, the Chamorro community would kind of know about Nesian Bill by now, because Nesian Bill is more, I guess, prominent in the Chamorro community than the other islands. But to hear that, you know, we haven't heard of you, that's gold to me. I love that, because that just means we can get to so many more people. Yeah. And it's just kind of like the Polyfest. It's the same thing, you know, a couple years ago we went to that. People didn't know about us. And it's just good to know that we still have a long way to go. There's still so much room to grow, and so many people that, you know, find us at these events, find us through social media, and it's just going to keep going like that, you know, as we continue to try to grow. So yeah, that event, it was solid. I didn't get to see any performances. I didn't get to see anything. Yes, we were at the tent the whole time, from checking people out, you know, them buying their gear, to restocking the shelves and the hangers, all that stuff. There was no time to, you know, go around and, you know, just
socialize or anything.
Yeah. And like I said, it's all about like meeting people and, you know, just getting out there, talking to people. It's nice to get gear out, you know, but it's also just nice to be out there and see everybody.
Connect.
Yeah. And it's just always events like that where, you know, it's just a community of people that just want to show pride in, you know, where they're from and stuff like that. So, and it was funny because I'm the guy from Saipan, you know, but Mark's the guy from Guam, and he wasn't even there.
I wasn't even there.
So
I had a wedding to go to that day.
Yeah, it's you know how many people like ask me like, so where are you from in Guam? So, yeah, I'm not from Guam. Yeah, Saipan all the way.
Hey, get this guy out of here.
But it was solid, man. It was solid. You know, it's of course it's basically the same people, and you know, it was a good time, and got to meet. We had the Isla Jiu-Jitsu guys right next to us. Yep, and yeah, it was good talking to them and, you know, chatting it up and talking about, you know, I even got to hook up with them for something that, you know, we helped them earlier in the day with, you know, like just at the tent. Yeah. So, you know, we got to chop it up with them. Wilton, Powell, Crystal, Cadence, Aria, the wife, Ren, brother-in-law. Yeah. Brother-in-law came. Andre, my boy, helped me. He was my partner throughout the day, and, you know, he did a good job. Like, I was proud of him. I paid him. He wanted to get paid. So
he wanted to make some money.
Yeah, I get, you know, it's just sharing that time with him, man. He's learning. You know, it's, for me, I'm always at, oh, we got to get it done. You know, I'm really like that, and I try not to be, because I know he needs to go through the process and learn. But I try to give him his space too, to be able to work the iPad and get people checked out. Make sure, and then it's just little things that we were doing that I was dealing with. And I think I told you about like how you speak to people, like you know,
the customer service aspect.
Exactly. Like it's like,
hey, what's up, guys? Thanks again for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoyed the Nesian Build podcast and you want to help us spread the word, it'd help us out a lot if you leave us a review, a rating, a like, a subscribe, even a share on any platform that you're listening on. Again, we really appreciate your time. Let's get back to the episode.
You don't, and they're adults. Like you don't, just watch how you speak. And I don't know if he was or not. Like it's just what I heard. So, sometimes just when you speak, just speaking to people the right way, and just for me it's like I always say, like, people don't have to buy anything from you. They don't have to be here. They don't have to support you. Yeah. So you have to show gratitude for every, they're working hard for their money. They're willing to spend that on to support you. Yeah. So
it's good that you pointed that out to him, though, with him being so young and already have that grind in him to want to make money. Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of fine tuning that edge. He's gonna have later on in life.
Yeah, all the little things.
He it's probably something he's not fully aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are, because we're grown adults and we work. So that's good for him to be exposed to that.
Yeah, and just like you said, like it's not that he's trying to be wrong, or I've told him and he doesn't know. It's just he just doesn't know. Yeah. If he just doesn't know, then I gotta tell him. But yeah, he helped me throughout the day, and then luckily Pal stayed back and helped me out, pack everything up, and we got everything packed up, ran everything back here to the shop. Shop looked crazy, just getting everything back. Then came back Monday, Tuesday, got everything restocked on the shelf. Basically took the whole damn store to the event. So,
which is crazy because we kind of talked about not doing that.
Yeah, but it
just kind of ended up that way, though.
Yeah, and it's crazy because some of the things that I said that I wasn't gonna bring were like top sellers at the event, like because it was hot, so it was really hot, and people wanted shorts that day, so they kept coming for sure. And if you haven't seen, like, when we go to events, we do deals, like we hook it up and we do deals, and people were coming by getting shorts, like it was crazy. Right. But of course, biggest seller that day, I'm surprised we have any left, and I'm thinking that the next couple of events, so if you haven't gotten it online, it'd probably be cool to get them before we hit these next two events, because they're going to be bigger events, and a lot of people that like to be outside, so softball players, and we'll be out in Oregon in a couple weeks too. So the sunglasses, the new sunglasses came out. I think we only have 2 pairs left of the
new ones.
No, the performance, the first ones of the blue and gray, the green and gray. Yep. Yeah, whichever. Yep. And we only have like 2 pairs left of that. We got, and I think we have just a couple left of the black of that. And then we have some, because those are brand new from the MB Sport, we have some of those left. So those were flying.
And it was a perfect day for me. It was sunny as hell.
Yes.
Hot, sunny.
And it was cool because what was happening was people were wearing it. They'd buy it because they needed shades or they wanted shades. And we're the only ones that had, sunglasses. Yeah. So supply and demand, right?
That's surprising.
It's, but people, I mean, it's not like some people didn't have, people had shades too and stuff, but the shades are dope. Those shades are dope, man. It's like, they buy them, put them on, then they'd go walk around, and then I guess people like, where'd you get those? Like, and so they'd be bringing people back. They were bringing people back and forth to get shades. I was like, hell yeah. And so we sold a bunch of sunglasses and stuff. So it was a good day overall, man. Definitely learned some stuff from this event. We tried something new this time around, and worked out well, but there's some things that I pointed out that I think we can fix and we can be better at.
For the next one.
Yeah, just, customer experience, coming through the tent and all that stuff, getting efficiency, stuff like that. So we'll definitely fix that kind of stuff for the next 2 events. So the next 2 events, like I said, we have, I think it's August 20th. We'll be at Tacoma, Sarah Park. So
17th.
Is it 17th?
I think it's 17th, right? Yeah, because it's 17th and 24th.
Yes, correct. So it's back-to-back weeks. So 17th, it's at Sarah Park, going for the Shoe Gang Palau softball tournament. So last year was a big tournament. There's a lot of people out there. They asked us to if we can come out, be a vendor, and I am totally down. I love those guys. Those guys have supported us, for years now, and just a really good solid group of dudes, and even just their families and everybody that's with them. They also have like a female softball team, and they're solid too.
Yeah.
So everybody was shooting. I'm excited for that event and really excited to be around everybody for that one. So that should be a good one. Then the week right after that, we're going on to Oregon, Fairview, Oregon, August 24th. It's the Marianas Festival, the first Marianas Festival, and we're gonna shout this out because I did get to meet the people that are running it.
They're gonna run it.
Yeah. So at the Guam Liberation event, I got to meet them, and that was cool. She came up and introduced herself and everything. So got to meet them, and then so we're going down to that, and that will be our last event, and then we go straight into prepping for Black Friday. As we have some ideas of how we want to run that, but we don't know if we're going to do it yet, but we have some ideas about that. And yeah, that one's going to be big. But we'll be in Oregon.
It has to be big, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be in Oregon August 24th. So if you're out there, Marianas Festival is going on. If you didn't know about it, now you know.
Now you know.
And we'll be selling gear, meeting more people, and, just talking about our mission, talking about, the brand and about us, just sharing what we're doing this for. So, yeah.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Events.
That's done. Kind of caught up.
Yeah.
Training.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we go deep. I'm going to be completely honest with all of this, right? Because this is the kind of stuff like I wanted people to know about this process. Because it's not easy, I think it's easier because of the stuff I've already done that are helping me, go through this process. But what happens when it comes to training for these things or doing anything like this, right? Like you're trying to take on something big and something hard, is what tends to get people, I guess, discouraged and like really worried about it. Is a lot of the little things that can happen, and then worrying about if you're going to be able to do it, if you're going to be able to get it in this time frame and stuff like that. And everybody always talks about trust the process, and what I think is a lot of people don't really understand what that means. I think people always just think that
because they hear it a lot.
Yeah, just hang in there.
Meaning, yeah.
But there's so much to that, man. Like there's so much to trusting the process, because I'm going to tell you now, week 1, no idea how to swim. Never rode a bike, like actual like
how to formally swim.
Yeah, how to formally swim. So let me get this straight, right? So the swimming part is still the hardest part, right? And I think for most triathletes, it is the hardest part. It's the part it's unnatural for somebody to try to breathe in water, and that's what I'm having troubles with. But it's still me trusting the process and knowing who I am, because I've done things before. And this is why I always talk about going back to that track record, right? And even though this is hard, I know that I know me, I know that I'm willing to continue to show up and just do it, right? Do the things, instead of thinking that it's just going to happen at some point, that even if I didn't show up, right? Like just thinking that, I'm just going to show up and when I want to. And for some way, somehow,
it's going to work out.
It's just going to work. No, that's not how it works. You got to show up, put in the work. And that's when those little things start clicking. Like you'll figure out, like for the swimming, right? The swimming, I'm doing things that are bringing me step by step closer to what the goal is, right? Yeah. And that's swimming comfortably. I'm not trying to be fast, right? I'm just trying to swim comfortably, efficiently, so that I'm not wearing myself out. I just want to be able to basically just get that swim done, knock that swim out, get to my strong points, which is the bike and the run, because those things are on land. So
and you can breathe.
And I can breathe,
normally.
And I can, it's just one of those things. Like I've been through physical pain, struggle, that stuff, but it's different when you're in the water, because if you're physically struggling, then you can drown, and stuff, real shit can happen. So it's a little different.
And this is gonna be in a river for those who don't know. Right?
Yeah, it's in the Columbia River in Richland. So we're actually about 7 weeks out now. So, and I'm just constantly just showing up and doing the things, even though it's uncomfortable, right? Seems uncomfortable, and I can be the thing about it is I can be really disappointed in where I'm at and worry about that, or I can worry about just showing up and doing the work that I need to do to keep getting better.
So focus all that energy on the work,
on the right stuff. Yes,
not on
that. I'm not swimming like
what
a damn
everybody else
triathlete.
thinks, or
yeah. And that's what I always tell myself, is just focus on just showing up and getting in the pool, getting laps in. And as I've done that, I'm getting better and better. I'm not where I wish I was at, like when it comes to, because I'm 7 weeks out, and it's very, we're close, we're coming in, we're getting to it. But there's still enough time for me to be able to knock out what I want to knock out and learn what I need to learn to be able to accomplish that. Right.
Yeah.
So the swimming part is still, it's hard. Like it's not like swimming at the beach. It's not like just showing up and just, swimming a mile efficient, 1.2 miles efficiently. So I'm not burning myself out, smooth, safely, like all of that, you're just trying to make sure that and consider all of that.
Yeah. Cause you have a lot to save, a lot of energy to save for the next two, pieces of that race.
Yeah. Cause you really think about it, you're going to spend a lot more time on that bike and on your feet running. So it's like you want to focus on those things more because, those things are like kind of the strong points too, right? So naturally people want to move towards that, towards their strong points. Since I'm comfortable doing this, I'm going to do this more. But that's not what I'm really doing. Everything's kind of evened out. And I am swimming. I swim like 3 times a week, and I don't go in there and go crazy. And this is a real big point I want to get across, especially for people that are starting out, like working out, running, whatever you're doing. Like, you don't go out hot. We've talked about this many times. Like, you don't go out hot. You don't try to do things that you can't just show up one day and just do. You have to start little by little and do things little by little. And I'm only in the pool for 45 minutes, at the most, 45 to an hour. Like, if I do go, like, okay, I'm going to keep going, get more and more laps in. I'm not wearing myself out because I still have to show up the next day. I have things I need to do, accomplish the next day. And you get to a point where, and swimming is boring. Like, it's fucking boring. Like, I'm just trying basically not to drown, basically, right? And I'm really working on, a lot of it is technique and, feeling the water. How am I moving in the water? Stuff like that, right? It's not, how fast can I go? Because once you start thinking about that, your body moves differently. It doesn't work how you want it to work. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be moving through the water the way you want to move through it. So I'm learning that. I say, island boy can't swim. So I'm not just swimming at a beach. I'm swimming 1.2 miles, and I got to make sure I do that shit without killing myself, like burning myself out, So those are things I'm really focusing on right now. I'm really focusing on the swimming and putting time and effort into that. But then, you just go into like the bike. Like, biking, dude, it's a different type of like, it's a different kind of battle. Like, so I never rode on a bike where I had to clip in.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that. It's not like riding a mountain bike or a BMX bike. It's a different beast. Yeah, man, it's very different. And so I've already crashed, or I've wiped out once. Like, hard on gravel because I didn't expect it, but wiped out. Me and Pal have crashed or fell off right next to each other twice. We've ridden, we've done long rides like 3 times, I think, together. We've fallen like twice, and it was funny as hell because we're like at intersections that are busy as hell. So there's people in their car probably like, what is the hell is wrong with these two? But we're laying down, and when you're clipped in, if you're, clip in is what for people who don't know.
So if you don't know, you clip in to your pedals and
with your shoes. Your shoes have a little.
Yeah, they have like a what do you call that? Damn, I don't even know the name of it right now. Yeah, but you clip into your pedals, so you're locked into that. And if you don't pop your foot out, if you don't pop your foot out to be able to put on the ground and stand up, then you're falling off. Like, you're just going to the ground, And it's funny because the times that it's happened to me where I didn't just wipe out, I kind of just fell. It was just like slow motion where I'm just falling and just waiting to hit the ground. Foot. Yeah. So I've fallen like 3 or 4 times and wiped out kind of hard like once. And it is what it is, man. And it's crazy because it's like the beginning of the ride. It's like 3 miles in, and I went to the park. The gate was closed, but I knew there was another opening around the corner, so I went down that, and I couldn't slow down enough on the gravel. And I tried to take the turn when I got back onto the trail. Nope. Yep. Wipe out right there. So yeah, man. And that whole morning, it just started out, and I fell right before that too. So at my house, I was still in front of my house. I didn't even leave yet. And I just fell off because I was clipped in, and then I stopped and I just fell. But it just started, and it started raining, that's why it was wet too. So it was just one of those days where it just didn't seem like it was going to go good, and I've learned that. Like there's so many things that are gonna try to stop you, man. Like it's
that adversity comes, dude.
Even in the beginning, like so many things gonna try and stop you. Like you shouldn't go for this ride. You shouldn't go for this ride. Hey, sometimes it might work out that way where you just really shouldn't have been out there. But at the same time, I got to test that. It's out there to try to stop me from doing this work, and I know that I need to get it done. So went on the ride. It actually turned out to be a decent ride. Came back, my knee and everything scraped the hell up. I didn't even realize it until I got back, and I got, blood running down my legs and stuff. But it's cool. It turned out to be a good ride. I think that day was probably like 25. I
was gonna say, what's the longest run ride he's had so far?
So this past Saturday, me and Pau did 40, but 2 weeks before that we did 41 and a half.
Okay.
So we did, and it's those rides is the same as like when you do long runs, right? You're not going out there going crazy, going fast as hell. And it's us really learning our body and how it's gonna, respond to all that. Mm-hmm. And because we're going up hills, taking hills, how you're gonna adjust your gears on your bike, and how you're gonna be seated, how you're gonna be pedaling, all that stuff. You're learning all this on the go, and that's what these rides are for, and it's obviously to build your base too, your aerobic base, and, get your body used to the movements, all that kind of stuff, endurance on the bike. And then I think the biggest thing is you getting your ass strong enough to handle that damn seat, bro.
Those seats are not big either.
Bro, it is not comfortable, dog. It is not comfortable. Like, so I ride on the trainer, like, what was it, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Yeah. So those are my 2 weekly rides. And then I have the long ride on the weekend. The 2 weekly rides, I'm on my trainer, so I'm sitting down pretty much the whole time. And the whole time, like, after about 30 minutes, that's when it just starts. Oh, my God, my ass is just hurting, dude. But it's just, you can kind of pop up, just free the ass a little bit, and then get back on. But
and you got shorts for that.
Yeah, you have padded shorts, but it's still
that's crazy.
Fucking
I thought
irritating.
That would help a lot.
No, dude, it's fucking irritating. It helps a little bit, but it still kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do that. Putting in, the Tuesday, Thursday rides are around, 45 minutes to an hour, but it involves a lot of like hard, you go for like a while, but you're going for, you have like a 45 to an hour ride.
Yeah. But
within that, you're adding hard like sprints, basically like 3 minute, 4 minute sprints, stuff like that. So you're adding that those hard pushes, right, for the bike. And then when you go on the long rides, right, then it's, what the hell
was it vibrating?
Yeah, but when you go for the long rides, it's just one of those kind of just get the miles in, go keep moving, learn as we go, feel yourself out, and endurance stuff. So that's cool too, and that's learning. It's a learning process.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing too, because you're training for 3 different things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we kind of touched on that just behind the scenes, but like, how is that balancing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
it's a lot.
Yeah, it is,
because people bodybuild or whether they lift weights, you're only worried about
nutrition
to the
and
gym.
lifting. Yeah.
Here it's like a whole. You still have to do nutrition. You still have to do. You still have to strength train a little bit, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then practice new techniques that you don't know about or that you've never done before, or consider doing. So that whole thing, when you talked to me about that one time, I was like, that's kind of mind blowing.
Yeah. That's probably been the toughest thing on me, and it's where I feel like. Not that I'm weak at it, but that I know I need to work on, because
this is the first time you're doing something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, there's like, I want to stick. I love, lifting and stuff.
Yeah.
But lifting is not the primary thing right now, and I can only get it in and not wear myself out too much.
Yep.
2-3 times a week. And that is because if I keep focusing on lifting and I'm not focusing on these things that I'm weak at, then I'm going to fucking screw myself when it comes to that race, man. And I don't want that to happen. I'm not going to just hope and wish that I get through that race.
Yeah.
Like I want to go into the race knowing that I'm where I need to be able to finish this, right? Or complete it at a reasonable time and stuff like that. Like, it's because, so I've gone through phases when it's come to the training, this whole training process for what so it's I have 7 weeks left. So 9 weeks already, 8 weeks, something like that of training. And it's the balance of making sure you get the runs in, you get the rides in, you get the strength training in, you get the nutrition in, you get the runs in, like
the swimming.
Like you're making sure you're getting all that in, right? So I was having a hard time initially trying to get all that. And I was thinking I could get 2-a-days in 4 or 5 times a week. That was
That's
too
a
much.
tall order.
Yeah, it was too much and trying to get those workouts in that were prescribed. So I kind of went back to, you know, I changed things. I moved things around to where it could fit. And also because when let's say, like going out for rides at night, that's why I had to get a trainer, because going out for bike rides at night, 5 p.m., it's bad. It's a no-go, man. There's cars all over the road.
Yeah. I'm
not super comfortable like that. So I'm completely honest, not super comfortable.
Increase your chances of injury.
Exactly. You know? And I don't want that. So I got the trainer right inside. I swim 3 times a week. I bike 3 times a week. I run 3 times a week. I strength train 2 to 3 times a week. Right. So as much as I would love to just fucking lift, I was lifting about 4 days a week initially. Then I dropped it to 3. And then if I can get 3 in, I will. But sometimes I just know, like, my body needs to chill. Like, I need to recover. I need to relax. Because remember, I've been going for like 9-10 months. I think I haven't missed a damn day of working out. Yeah. So some days are just get that, you know, that bike in, get that ride in, get that, you know, that run in, then call it good. Like, the strength training is not, you know, it's not completely essential to this whole thing. You know, we do have to strength train for durability and stuff like that, but that doesn't have to be the main thing, right? So, yeah, so it's 3 times a week for all 3 events, right? And it's come to the point where I think I found that groove now. Like, I found that groove, and because initially, like, the first couple weeks, I just couldn't find it. Like, I was having a hard time trying to get everything in, and I felt like it was wearing me down a little bit. So that's where, you know, you just kind of, it's like chipping away at it, you know, just making sure that you're getting something in, and then you'll find the ways around how you need to fit it in and how your body's working through all of it, and then you can get it done. So now I'm real comfortable with the schedule that I have, and that's kind of why I'm looking like towards the future. Like, this is why I've made the decision on what I really plan on doing. Yeah. And I love that I'm learning. I love that I'm growing. I love that this is challenging as hell. But this is not something I want to do for a long time. Yeah. This is, once this Ironman is done, you know, like, once this Ironman's done, this is not something I want to train for again. Yeah. Like, I have my 3rd son on the way, and I want to focus on my family. I want to focus on that stuff. And what I've learned through these years, I love running and I love lifting. So I'm going to fucking stick to those. And I can, just doing those 2, I know that I can
still accomplish a lot.
Yes, I can be exactly where I want to be physically, mentally, and get everything out of it that I want to get out of it. Yeah. You know, out of those things. So once this Ironman stuff's done, I'm done with the biking, done with the swimming, like, all that's done. Like, I want to accomplish this goal that I set out, you know. And even, you know, it's like one of those things too, like this, and this is why, like, I like doing it, because it's hard. Most people would quit feeling the way I felt, you know, over these past weeks and stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things where most people would quit, but I already committed to this goal. It doesn't matter if I enjoy it or not, if it's the funnest thing for me, or if, you know, all that stuff. It doesn't matter.
If it's lost its glamour.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, it doesn't seem like the greatest thing to me anymore, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, I committed to this goal. It's challenging. It's going to put me in a place that I've never been before, you know? It's going to put me in a place of pain and suffering and learning and growing that I haven't been before. And I want to get to that. So, I'm continuing to put in the work. Like, I've committed to the goal. I'm committing to the work, and we're going to do the work, and then we're going to show up to the event and do the event, you know, do that damn race. Like, this is what we said we're going to do. We set it out, whether we like it or not, we're going to go do it. So, and we're going to give it our all. We're not just going to show up half-assed. We're going to go out there and do the best we can, just the same way we do the training, the same way we give whatever our 100% is that day. We're giving our 100% that day, every day, you know. Yeah. So I'm showing up to that event, doing that event, but after that, I'm lifting and running. And I've learned over these, and that's the good part about these, you know, past 3 years, you know, just doing these things. Done a Spartan race, you know, 3 marathons, half marathon with you, you know, the 35-miler, and you know, all this. I love that shit. I love the running, and I love the lifting, and I feel like I feel the best, and I, you know, work and I move the best when I do that stuff, you know.
And it still does the goal of inspiring others too.
Yeah.
Along the way. So that's good.
So yeah, once this is done, I'm done with the Ironman stuff. You know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to continue on and keep trying to get better at it. But with the amount of time it takes training, because right now, man, I'm telling you, like and you know, just props to my wife, dude, because she handles a lot at the house when I'm out. Because and I'm at work and I'm doing, you know, after work, and then I come here and then I gotta train. Like I'm doing 2-a-days, like 3 days a week, you know, and she like 3 or 4 days a week. But she's like allowing me and supporting me through this. So, because you know, it's like I get home and she's like, she knows what I want to eat. She knows, like, if I'm like, let's say, like the other day, like no joke, I was fucking undisciplined. I woke up late, so I wasn't able to get my workout. I think it was Friday actually. Yeah. The Friday I woke up late, was not able to get my fucking workout in the morning, and that was a 2-a-day. So didn't get my workout in the morning, and after work, she already knew. It's like, you're gonna go swim, right? Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, and you're gonna go run, right? Yeah. And guess what? Like I went for my swim. Right after my swim, I went on a 5-mile run, and then came home. We did our thing. My family went and did what we normally do, and she had dinner and everything ready, you know? Yeah. And that's the support you need when you're doing something like this, man. And, you know, super grateful for my wife. She's pregnant and she's doing all this, you know, and you can't do this shit alone. You know what I mean? This kind of stuff, you need the support. And I'm grateful that she's there to do that. Be with me, even though she's not going to be out here training with me, right? But she knows what I'm trying to accomplish, and she's supporting me.
She's in support of that goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're there's a lot that goes into it and everything, and I don't want that burden on my family anymore, like down the road. Right. So it's just like normal days. I'm working out before my family even wakes up. So I'm not affecting them, you know. Yep. I'm not taking away from their time, you know, stuff like that. And even if I change it up, I think my goal is next year, you know, once baby's born and stuff like that, I'll run early in the mornings. I'll run like 4 or 5 times a week, and I'll lift at night, and it'll be fine. You know, I'm at the house. I'm lifting in our garage gym. The kids will be able to see it. They can come join me if they want, you know, stuff like that. I can get the boys out there and lifting in the garage with me and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff. And then, so that's the focus after all this stuff goes on.
It's definitely a lot.
Yeah. Ironman is dope, man. It's a cool effect. Yeah. It's a cool process. And we're 7 weeks out. There's some things, of course, that you worry about, and you know, there's a lot that, man, there's so many little things too that so many like pieces of gear that I still need to get. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't even done an open water swim yet. And shit. So
you haven't tried your cap on yet?
Dude, I actually used it last week.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I did, dude.
How was it? Any difference?
Yeah, it was fucking water going all up in my damn ears, bro. Like, I don't know. It's like,
now you gotta buy earplugs.
Dude, I was just, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Am I wearing this shit wrong? Yeah, it was my first time putting it on. Yeah. So I put it on, and because what was happening was I putting the swim cap on, then I put the goggles, and the goggles wasn't sinking into my like eyes. It was like kind of just sitting on top of the swim cap. So it wasn't like sealed. Oh. So water was coming into the goggle as I'm like, God. So, you know, just little shit like that. That's what I'm talking about with the little shit. Like, you have to keep trying everything to learn like this little stuff so you don't get messed up during the actual race. Yeah. You don't want something to happen to you during the race where it's the first time it's happened to you. You want it the first time for something, you know, some adversity to hit. It's happened to you in training, so you know how to fix that beforehand. Or if it does happen to you during the race, then you know how to fix it.
You're better equipped to deal with it.
Exactly. So that's why you put in as much work as you can so that you can face all that adversity beforehand. And then all you have to deal with is pain and struggle during the race. Yeah. But yeah. So looking forward to that whole thing. And
it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting when we also in December you get to your fucking marathon.
Yeah. We are, 18 weeks out?
18 weeks out.
I think 18 weeks today, actually. I already completed, I had that 18-week course or 18-week program on the Nike Run Club. So I completed my first week. So we're back in effect. We're done being procrastination nation. And we got to get on the ball. I got to get on the ball. Yeah. Because it's coming up. And I knew it. I knew if I didn't set a goal, you know, or if it's too far away, I'm going to let off the gas pedal, which is definitely what I did. But now that we're getting closer to the date, it's now or never. You know what I mean?
Are you going to pay for it?
or I'm going to pay for it. So yeah, today was a long run. I think it called for 4.9, damn near 5. So I just did 5 and a little bit extra.
There you go. That helps.
Yeah, I closed out the week on a long run, which was good. I felt good. It was just an easy long run. I brought my son along with me. He did 2 miles, nice. And then he just sat there and he watched me just loop around the track the whole time.
Oh, you did it on a track?
Yeah, I did it at his school.
Oh, because the school's close to your house.
Yeah. Because I was supposed to get up early this morning and do it.
Of course. Here you go.
Didn't get up early.
Here you go.
And that's not another reason why I was late today. I overshot. I was like, damn, I should be able to knock this out, no problem. Went out and did the run. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, no. I'm going to be late.
This guy.
But, yeah, got it done. And, the goal is to stay on it for the rest till December 1st. Because I have just enough time to get through that whole program. And that program leads you to the starting line.
Nice. So how many days a week you're running on that program?
I think it's like 4.
4 days a week?
I think so, typically.
Okay, and for all the people that like you just starting off running, right?
Yeah.
And this is something I talked to Mark about because this damn Nike app has him doing like sprint workouts and stuff like that. And I get it, like
5.
5 days a week.
Next week is 5. Yeah, we did talk about that.
So
it's the speed training part of it that you.
Yeah, like for me, I don't really like that because you're when you're doing speed workouts, right? You're building into and I'm not saying that it's wrong. I don't think that it's wrong. I just don't think it's necessary for what you're trying to accomplish, right? Yeah. So for somebody like you, right? And anybody that's like starting off, your initial goal, and even that was my initial goal when we ran our first marathon,
just to
finish the damn marathon. Like you don't even know if you can run that far.
Yeah.
So the idea is get as much time on your feet as possible. Yeah. And if this thing is telling you to do sprint workouts and the sprint workouts is like 15, 20, 30 minutes, that's just not enough.
20. I think the last one was 27.
See, so like I don't think the sprint workouts are
necessary,
as effective as a regular run would be, like an aerobic base run, like a zone 2 run would be. I feel you're better off, and I feel you're better off going on more zone 2 runs, right? Than doing sprint workouts. Because what you could do is like on a day that, like let's say you in the middle of the week, you have a run that's, you got a 5 mile run or something, right? In that, you can add some sprints if you want. Sprint up a hill, just shit like that. But I don't think having sprint workouts is
necessary for your first time.
Yeah, I just think you need to learn because you just want to know that you can run that long. That's the main damn goal. Yes. Like because I know my first one too, bro. Like I think my longest run before our first marathon was like 16 miles. I think it was. Yeah,
I think I remember 16 or 18.
No, 16. We never even got to the 18-mile run.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So you don't even know. Like we never got to the. There's 10 more miles that need to go down, and we didn't even know if we could do that. So
I will say the longest run for this program is gonna be 20.
Yeah, most programs are that's 20,
That's
21
insane, dude.
Yeah, and
the most I ever ran before this was 13.
And what is a fucking speed workout gonna do for you then?
I don't know. I have no clue. I'm so new at this. It's like that's what it says do. I gotta do it.
So you know what I mean? Okay, so I didn't even explain that part. It's like so when you're doing sprint workouts, right? You're working into your anaerobic base, right?
Right.
And that's really not gonna. That's like your body working with less oxygen, right? And that's basically what it is. Yeah. You're going to be staying in a place where your body's working with oxygen for a long time, right? Because you're just running at a comfortable pace and you're just trying to stay there a long time.
I will say them hills, though.
And those are going to help, though, with your training. When you're running hills with your training and you're running up, you're doing that. Yeah. But
there are some hill workouts.
To sit here and do 4 sprints or some shit like that, or waste a day like that where you can just go out and run 3 to 5 miles, build your base, I feel like that's more important. And I think it's more effective than doing sprints. Just saying.
Yeah.
What another thing that you could do is instead of doing those like workouts, every time you're done with your like let's say you have 4 mile run, every last mile run it at like a 5K pace. Run at your hardest or something like that. Run it at a faster pace.
Yeah.
Instead of having a whole day where it's just fucking sprints. You know what I'm saying? That's just what. Because then that builds into your aerobic base, your anaerobic base, because your legs are fatigued. Now you're pushing them to go harder than they normally would. Yeah. Or they after being fatigued. So yeah. Just my, I'm not a fucking professional. I'm not saying anything like that. I just think based on what I have done and every time what the things I felt during training or races, I just think that would be more effective for you. Because you're not trying to run that bitch fast. I know you're not trying. Were you trying to sprint? Were you trying to get a 5-hour marathon?
No.
So,
and these aren't like sprints. These aren't like full out sprints.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure. Because the last one, it was just 8 1 minute. How did I say it?
8 1 minute.
8.
You said sprints.
Yeah. It's 1 minute of 5K pace.
Yeah.
And then 1 minute off. 1 minute 5K, minute,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's not like, hey, balls to the wall,
Yeah.
hit it, bro. My
can't do
my
that.
legs would be jacked up. Right? I wouldn't even be able to walk in here, dude.
Yeah.
With as heavy as I am, there's no way.
Most
There's
people,
no way.
even me when I was training for the last one, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that was there was a lot of 800-meter sprints or half-mile sprints, and it says sprints and all that, but that shit is not a full sprint. You're not going a full sprint.
Right.
You're going like a pace that you can
You're just picking it up.
sustain. Yeah, you're gonna be going fast, but it's a pace that you can sustain for that period.
Yeah,
'Cause you
that's
don't
exactly what they say too.
Yeah, you don't want to go hard and you can't even finish the whole thing, right? So
Yeah.
that's the whole point of it.
Yeah. I will say though, when I did the half marathon training program, I followed it,
Mhm.
and I did, during the weeks that have gone by, I did feel pretty strong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we get it better. I mean, shit. You
I
already know
know.
how it feels. You did the half, and I just have to keep.
and I was very shocked today with my results.
Yeah.
Like I did damn near 6 miles. I think it was 5.75 total. And I didn't stop once.
Yeah.
I had my camel bag on, so I didn't have to stop for water because I did that earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt the hammies getting a little weird. So I just started, drinking water, laying off a little bit, getting water time to get there, and then I was fine.
Yeah.
So it did pretty good.
See,
I learned that from this guy.
You learn it from my pain. Yeah, I like that. I
learn from other people's mistakes because there's no way. I don't want to go out there and I don't want to, I don't want to cramp. I don't want to. I want to get this thing done too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Like I really want you to accomplish that because I know that'll be probably one of the biggest like physical feats that you ever fucking do.
Sure.
For most people,
Sure.
you're talking about 1% of fucking society even runs a marathon.
Yeah.
And you're about to get out there and run that.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna happen.
Commit to your damn work.
I got to.
Whatever you flake on, you're gonna feel that.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna repeat that to you, so you know. Every time you wake up and you say, "Oh, I don't feel like it," okay, you're not gonna feel it when you're fucking doing it either.
And that's what I talked about to myself on the half marathon. It's like if I don't pay now, I'm gonna pay later.
Yeah.
So.
And that shit sucks even worse out there, man. Especially when you're like,
you show up for the day, you're excited, everybody's out there, everybody's watching, people are counting on you, and then you just don't,
You're 2 miles away from a fucking water point and you're fucking screwed. So what are you gonna do? I bet you if you ran those 2 miles during your training, you would have been all right.
Yeah, hopefully there's no drone following me.
So yeah, I'm not running this one with Mark. He's gonna run that hopefully with his brother. It's coming up.
Let's see if that guy gets on it too.
Yeah, so Mark's gonna be out there. That's the Seattle Marathon. It's happening in December this year. Yeah. So I'll be out there I'll be out there for
at least to finish.
I'll be out there to start. I'll be out there to start. So I like it when it's dark and cold. I'm gonna be holding coffee and then he's running because he always does that when I'm fucking running. So he's gonna be out there for that. Then I'll be out there to start and finish. Watch the journey, man.
Yeah. At least I got to see, from you.
Yeah.
In the very first one and then going through the half.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what to expect a little bit. It's just the other half of the course I didn't see.
Yeah.
Which I've seen on video, but it'll be fun. Hopefully they'll listen to Husky Stadium too, though.
Yeah. We'll see if they do the same course or if they go back to the one that they did.
Yeah.
Our first one.
Yeah.
That was a cool course. It was cool.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it too. The ending was pretty dope. Going into the stadium.
I feel like the one for you, for your half marathon was better.
You think so?
That's what I think. I mean, it's not Husky Stadium, but it was still like everybody was more intimate, more people were closer, stuff like that. I thought it was cool.
And then I think for next year I want to do Tacoma with the half.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the full. Seeing what you go through, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I like the way it looks though, coming out of the park area, over the bridge, you can see the finish line.
Yeah.
So I want to experience that.
The first half of Tacoma is solid.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It's solid. Like it's a good 13 miles. But that second half is a bitch. Like that second half is so lonely. Like
you even get to start out crossing the Tacoma Narrows.
Yeah.
So I want to experience all that.
Yeah, bro.
The other half, you're just going down Ruston Way. I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, that shit is lonely. But it's still a solid race. Yeah, man. Hey, some people that I want to shout out, man, because
Shout out.
hella props to them. A couple people. So Rena on July 4th, one of our ambassadors, she knocked out her first 5K.
First 5K. That's
Fucking
huge.
5K. Like,
that is huge.
Hell yeah, dude. Like,
That's
hell
awesome.
yeah. You know, she's done 75 hard, stuff like that with her husband and everything like that. Then got to run the first 5K. Props to you. Hell yeah. Keep going. You know, yeah. I fucking, I love her. Rena and GJ Brothers, such fucking good people. Such good people. And they've fought, since we met them, it was Polyfest, I'm pretty sure it was. And ever since then, it just, and then Rena becoming an ambassador, just amazing people. That's why I love doing this shit. Congrats to you on knocking out your first 5K. That shit is dope.
That's awesome.
So fucking badass. And then Oma was here on the podcast.
Yep.
True Pacific, she knocked out. It's pretty much as soon as she left here. I don't even think it was that long after. She started 75 hard, completed 75 hard, and knocked out her first 5K race.
Yeah,
what's
she talked
up,
about
dude?
it a little bit on the podcast too when she was here. Yeah.
Yeah, what is up, dude? Like, that is what's up right there. That is what I'm talking about. Fucking people winning. Like, that shit, I have to shout that out. I have to. Like, the fact that you almost was sitting here questioning. She's like, maybe I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'm gonna do it. And she did it. And she did her first 5K. I was watching her go through 75 hard, and I was fucking loving it because the shit, dude, she's a mom. She takes care of her kids. She has a business she's running, a husband also that she takes care of and stuff like that. And, as a wife, mom, all this stuff, business owner, and she was able to knock out 75 hard, finish that. She grew, knocked out a 5K, and she's still continuing the process. She didn't just stop. Like, cause, I think me and her were just texting the other day, but most people finish 75 hard, celebrate, not do shit after that. What was the point of the program? The program is not to get you fit. Like, that's what we've talked about many times. I always talk about how it just opens your mind to how fucking lazy and unproductive you've been.
That's for sure,
and that you can be better. That's not saying in a bad way. I'm just trying to say that this is what it opened my eyes to, that I can do more, that I'm capable of more. And ever since I did that, I've been able to understand time, being productive, what I can actually accomplish in a day instead of thinking that I got to move everything out to the next day because I got to sit my ass on the couch or something like that, or do something that's unimportant. So Oma was able to, from questioning here at this table, back here behind us though, to knocking out 75 hard, 5K. And I can see it in her business too. I even said that, like, it's reflecting in how she's conducting her business. Like, she's posting content consistently. She's just she's putting herself out there. What confidence, man. She knows who she is. She's learning, or she felt like she is who she wants to be. Like, she is becoming who she wants to be. That business owner that runs her shit, takes care of business, and she's putting herself out there like that even more, And I'm super happy for you. I'm super proud of you for, being able to accomplish that, like, for real. Like, that shit is really badass. And I know, and like I've said before, you're inspiring somebody. You had people out there running with you. Many of those days you run 75 hard, and that means something, man. That connects to so many people. And it's like, always talking about, like, how everybody's just trying to branch out. We just need somebody to inspire somebody else, and so that they can keep inspiring somebody else, because we all just need to keep getting better. We all need to keep growing. If you're not growing,
you're dying.
Boom. So congrats to you on that, Oma. For real. Much props, much love to you. There was one more. I don't even know if she wanted me to say this, but I did want to, shout her out. I don't know if she even listens to the pod or whatever, but Alana's out in Idaho as well, and she did a half marathon just out of nowhere, dog. Like, she just said she wanted to run a half marathon. Yeah. She went and did that thing.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was a little while ago, but I did want to shout her out on that because, for real, it's not fucking easy. She went and ran a half marathon, and with never running like that. She just,
that's a huge feat. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think when she initially brought it up to us, it was like 2 months out or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude. Like 2 or 3 months out, something like that. It wasn't that long before that damn race when she first told us. So about I know it wasn't a long ass time, but
Yeah.
she said she wanted to knock it out and she didn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, bro. Like she was able to just show up, get her runs in. I don't know how her training went or anything, but I know that she completed that damn race.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty solid.
a lot of much props to you too.
Shout out.
Look like you girls in Idaho just killing it. That's what's up, man. I love seeing it and super happy for you guys. And I hope you got out of it what you really were hoping to get out of it, and I hope you continue to keep pushing to do more, whether, more and better things for yourself and for the people around you, whether it's running or not. It can be anything, but I hope being able to accomplish those things opened your mind to what you are capable of. And like I truly believe we're capable of doing more. We're all capable of more. We just need to open our mind to it and just work towards it. But yeah, man.
Well said.
Yeah, so yeah, props to you guys, man, for real. Like, love it. Everybody out there doing the damn thing. I love it. The summer is in full swing. Kind of right now, it's kind of ugly as shit outside, right? Today's
but
weird.
we need it, dude. It's too damn dry around here.
It's been too damn hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, summer's in full swing. It's July. We're going into August already.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff going down. Check out the events. Check out our website. Oh, we got hella shit coming.
Say drops wise.
Yeah, drops wise, man. We got stuff coming that I'm excited about. That we talked about before. We got some cool little things we're adding to the site.
We haven't really had before.
Yeah, we've never had before. We got some more.
It's like you're telling him.
It's like I want to tell, but I don't want to. All right, we got, because if you listen to the pod, then you get exclusive info. All right, so we got some oversized tees that are coming in. Some different oversized tees.
If you like the first one, you'll definitely like these ones.
Yeah, because he already likes. He's always.
I wore the hell out of the prototype.
Yeah, so we got some oversized tees coming. Then the rest you gotta wait for. But appreciate you guys listening on this one, man. I hope you got something. I hope we were able to share something to help you today. And got anything else?
No, I'm good.
You know what to do, eh? Just keep up with us, and just know that we're always doing something. There's always work going down. We're always moving forward. You know what to do. Go out, be your best. Always do that shit honestly. Let's go.
Put our differences aside, and fight for our lives, yeah. I said they hit us in the morning way before the sunrise.